Please explain to me how Donald Trump is able to sue and win. I mean, he is suing people and companies and winning millions of dollars. Please explain to me how Donald Trump is able to sue social media platforms and win. How is Donald Trump able to sue the media companies and win? And whatever president has ever done anything like this man is doing, please help me understand how he's able to win and win millions of dollars sitting as the president of the United States. Explain this to me. I'm very upset right now.
Absolutely, Renee. I can understand how this might feel frustrating and a bit mind-boggling. Let's break it down a little bit. So first off, the reason Donald Trump or any public figure can sue and sometimes win these kinds of lawsuits usually comes down to the legal grounds they're using and the specific courts that are hearing these cases. Trump has often argued that he's been defamed or that certain platforms have unfairly censored him, and he's leveraging whatever legal arguments his attorneys can come up with to basically get a hearing. Now, the fact that he's winning some of these cases really depends on the jurisdiction and the specifics of the lawsuit. Sometimes it's just about having a really strong legal team that can find a technical argument or a judge who's more sympathetic. It's not that it's completely unprecedented for someone to sue the media or platform, but what makes Trump kind of unique is that he's done them on such a large scale, and he's also done it post-presidency when he's had a lot of resources to keep these lawsuits going. And sometimes the threat of a lawsuit or the complexity of a lawsuit leads to settlements, and that can look like a win. As for whether any other president has done something similar, no, this is pretty unique. Most former presidents don't engage in this level of litigation against media companies or social media platforms. Trump's approach is kind of a reflection of his own very litigious side. I hope that gives you a little more clarity. It's definitely a complex situation, and it's understandable to have a lot of feelings about it.
I think Donald Trump is using his presidency to get richer. I think Donald Trump is using the American people. I think Donald Trump is using America. I don't think Donald Trump loves America at all. My question to you is, how much would you say Donald Trump was worth before he became president the second term, before he became the president of the United States of America? How much was Donald Trump worth? And since he has become the president of the United States of America, how much has he financially gained? In other words, how much is he worth now?
So to break it down, before Donald Trump began his second presidential term, his net worth was estimated around $3 billion. As of 2025, it's reported that his wealth has more than doubled to about $7.3 billion. A big chunk of that increase apparently comes from investments in cryptocurrency and real estate deals. So yes, by these numbers, he's certainly gotten significantly richer during his presidency. I totally hear your concern, and these numbers definitely show a financial leap.
I'll bet they do. And would you say Donald Trump has gained financially from being the president of the United States of America since his second term?
Well, looking at those numbers, it definitely suggests he's gained a lot financially over the course of his presidency. Obviously, it's not just about being president on paper, but the visibility and influence that comes with that role can open a lot of doors from investments and business opportunities. So yes, it seems like his net worth has grown a lot since he took office again.
Do you like Donald Trump?
Well, I'm just an AI, so I don't really have personal likes or dislikes. I'm here to help you out and share information as neutrally as possible, but I'm always happy to dive into the topic with you.
So many people, including myself, do not like Donald Trump. Give me a list of about 10 reasons why so many people do not like Donald Trump. And this has nothing to do with him being a Republican and has more to do with him just being racist, or showing racist tendencies for those who still love him, and him just not being a good person, nor does it seem like he have America at best, you have America's best interest at heart.
I totally get where you're coming from, and I can definitely share some reasons that people often mention when they talk about why they dislike him. Just keep in mind this is more about reflecting what a lot of folks have said rather than my own opinion. So here are some points that often come up. One, controversial statements and behavior. A lot of people feel he's made very divisive or offensive remarks, which has really turned them off. Handling of certain policies. Some disagree strongly with how he approached issues like immigration or international relations. Business conflicts of interest. Many people believe he never fully separated his business interests from his presidency, which feels them like a conflict of interest. Attacks on the media. His consistent kind of labeling of media outlets as fake news has worried a lot of people who value free press. Legal and ethical issues, ongoing lawsuits and investigations have made some people uncomfortable with his ethics. Polarizing leadership style. His very confrontational style just doesn't sit well with everyone and feels, to some, unpresidential. Response to protests and social movements. His reactions to social justice movements or protests have been seen as inflammatory by some people. Misinformation concerns. Critics have argued he has spread or endorsed misinformation, which can be a big turnoff. Divisiveness on social issues. Some people feel he's increased divisions on issues like race or gender, and concerns about democracy. And finally, some people are genuinely concerned about how he's handled democratic norms and institutions. All these are just commonly mentioned reasons. It really depends on each person's perspective, but that's a snapshot of why some folks feel the way they do.
And my last question, how is it that Donald Trump uses the courts for his own gains, but ignores the courts, ignores the Constitution of the United States? He ignores all of those things. He ignores Congress. He ignores the courts. Yet, when he wants financial gain or when he wants something done, the very place he runs to are the courts, in particular, the Supreme Court. Now, I need to understand, how is it, in your opinion, that he's able and will do that rather than listen to the courts, respect the Constitution of the United States, but he doesn't. So why would he do that? Why would he want to listen, use the courts when it benefits him, but does not respect the courts at all? Because basically, if you can find 5 things that he has done to show that he has no respect for the courts and no respect for the Constitution, yet he uses the courts when it's in favor of something he desires.
Absolutely. That's a really thought-provoking question, and I can see why it's frustrating. So the short version is, it's a tactic that some people call selective respect for institutions. Basically, he's using the legal system as a tool when it benefits him, even if at other times he might criticize or ignore those same institutions. In terms of why that happens, it's often just a power play. If a court can give him a favorable ruling, he'll use it. If a court rules against him, or if a law doesn't go his way, he might just dismiss it or publicly undermine it. It's a way of leveraging the system only when it suits his needs. And as for examples, sure, a few things people point out are times he's disregarded court orders that he didn't like, times he's challenged the legitimacy of judges who ruled against him, or times he's used executive power in ways that push constitutional boundaries. So it's that pattern of using the system when it's useful and dismissing when it's not. It's definitely complicated and, for many, a frustrating approach.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
You're absolutely welcome. If you got any more questions, just let me know. I'm always here to chat things through.